Hi, this is Brandon Spillane from thirstgym.com. Today we're going to talk about an exercise called the side plank kettlebell bottoms up screwdriver. This is a very unique exercise, and it's really designed to try to help open the shoulder up, strengthen the left side of the obliques primarily, but also work on the shoulder mobility and stability. And this really also helps try to help some general rib cage function and some posture things. So there's a lot going on in this exercise, and we're going to talk about why you might implement it and how this might help you. So anybody that's taking any kind of PRI based course, we know how the diaphragm is situated and how it pulls the body slightly to the right and helps primarily I would say describe a lot of dysfunctions that you might notice in your general movement patterns when you really sit down and think about it. So usually the right shoulder takes a lot of beating because of that, the way the rib cage is oriented, because of the diaphragm and the way that it pulls to the right. But also, when you're doing any PRI based stuff, you're usually focusing on left oblique, left adductor, left hamstring, and right glute. And as you'll see in this exercise, if you're doing this on the left side, which is generally how I'd program it to be done, you by all means could do it on the right side. It's not like you're going to throw your body out of whack. But usually if you're seeing right elbow tendonitis, right shoulder problems, you're really having some pain in the front of your like bicep groove here, anything with that you're kind of noticing, this might be a go-to for you to help open that up and drive you to the left side, strengthen the left obliques. You're also going to find that it's going to work on the rotator cuff on the right shoulder, and you're going to work on pressing away with the left arm as well. And then we're going to have the right leg actually abducted away from the body to focus on the right glute at the same time, so we make sure that our pelvis doesn't get oriented to where it's opening up. So there's a lot going on. If it's too long, didn't read, basically do this on the left side more so than you do it on your right, just because of the way that your diaphragm is structured and built and going to continue to pull you to the right. So if you happen to fall into any of those categories of right-sided arm issues, do it on the left side and skip the right side until that gets cleared up, and then you can probably even it out. So you're going to need a kettlebell for this, and the reason I like the kettlebell is because we have the bottoms up position, which is going to challenge the stability of the shoulder much more than you just did a dumbbell. You can certainly use a dumbbell if you absolutely had to get that internal external rotation. However, I think the kettlebell is going to give you the bang for the buck because of the stability of the bottoms up position. I got an Eric's pad here. I'm going to get in my left side plank. So make sure you can do a good old-fashioned side plank, and you can be really strict on positioning so that your butt's not back, your butt's not forward, your butt's not sagging. We can say pretty much solid and neutral. So I personally like to have my feet on top of each other. You could definitely make a case for having one forward, one back, but I like them on the side. And then we're going to get up in that side plank position here, and we want to make sure that our hips are forward. I'm pushing in to the Eric's pad or the ground or whatever you're on, and then my shoulder would be back here. This is naturally going to happen once I pick up the kettlebell, but you'll see how it's going to help open my body up a little bit more. So I'm going to get in that side plank position here, make sure I'm in a good, strong position. My hips are forward. Take the kettlebell, I'm going to raise it up. So I'm basically in a straight line from the kettlebell to my elbow here. Again, I'm pushing away. I'm going to make sure my hips are forward. Then I'm going to take my right leg, raise it up. Big balancing act. Okay. Now, once I'm in that position, because I want to be able to talk about it here before I actually get up there and do it, when I go to internally rotate, so I'm going to bring my thumb that way. Okay, I'm going to turn my elbow so the outside of my elbow goes away from me. Internal rotation. We're going to exhale, blow out. When we open up, externally rotate. This way, we're going to breathe in. What that's going to do, that's going to force expansion. We're going to breathe in. We're going to expand the rib cage. We're going to push back, create some space. As we breathe in, we're going to reach. We're trying to make as much space in here as possible. We're going to try to get expansion anterior posteriorly, so this way. And because the side plank position is going to resist us going side to side. So if you know anything about ISAs, if you're a wide ISA guy, this probably will help you even more. And then as we blow out, internally rotate, we're going to blow that out. The rib cage is going to come down. All that's going to flex hard. You're going to feel that left oblique kick in like a mother. And then you're going to, as you breathe in, you're going to create some more space and blow. And almost, you're not going to feel it, but you're pretty much going to be making more and more space kind of as you're going going up, and then you're strengthening that rotator cuff and all the shoulder musculature that's going on that right side, while you're also opening up the dynamics of the right side of that rib cage, but you're also pushing yourself back to the left side or the left stance if you know about any PRI-based stuff. So now that you've got all the sciencey stuff, we'll show you how it's done. Up, get in your side plank position really good. Get the kettlebell up, look at it to make sure it's where you want it. Right leg up, hips forward, and then start your breathing. Breathe out, breathe in, blow out. That's how it's done. So I would recommend probably 3 to 5 breaths to get started. 3 might be very challenging, but working your way up to 5 breaths. Again, if you're relatively balanced, you're not having a whole lot of issues, you're just really trying to up your game, do both sides, and see how it feels. I would definitely say, but you're going to want to be on that left side more so than your right. Again, 2, 3, 4 sets. You can put it in your warm-up. You can use it as some of your prehab stuff at the end that you're, doubling down on some time, because obviously you're going to get some abdominal and shoulder prehab. Got a lot of options available. I've personally been using this at the end of my training sessions to try to keep some of my tendonitis away, and so far it's done a really good job of that. I implemented it one day after starting to feel things creep up, and it's been gone ever since. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.